Hi everybody, day 3 of the video blog. So it's 1975, and I started selling cars. And I show up for work and I got a bow tie on, a red, white, and blue sport coat. But actually my dad has, I got to find those pictures, I'll put them up somewhere. But white pants, platform shoes, real long hair. I look like a circus clown. But I'm a car salesman, so you got to wear a suit. So I didn't have any suit, so it was bad. But so I started selling cars, and I was the only one under like 80 years old on the showroom floor, I think, or that's the way it seemed at the time. I was 22 or 23 or whatever it was, and everyone else was 40 or 50, and I thought that was ancient. So I started selling cars, and back then, those days were different back then. It was a different time. But I worked with one salesman, and this guy was a maniac. This guy sold 350 cars a year at a Plymouth dealership in Canton, Ohio. To try to get some context there. And he was relentless. I mean, absolutely relentless. So I started watching him. We'd have our meetings, and I learned a lot there. I can remember the first training video I ever saw was on, was it 8mm film, and it was Vince Lombardi. It was called "Make That Second Effort." It was really good. It stuck with me for a long time. And we would watch stuff like that from time to time. There's motivational stuff and a little sales training and some books to read and so forth. But that was really about it. They'd tell us what the sales were and what was on sale and bonus plans and that kind of thing, but spiffs. But to really learn how to sell, basically it was there's the keys, cars, and jumper cables. Have at it, kid. You're a car salesman. So I watched this salesman. His name was Bill Perkins. And I watched him and how he sold cars. And we had a bus stop out in front of the dealership. And he would get on that bus with a bunch of his business cards, and he would ride that bus, 8 or 10 bus stops down, and then back. And everyone that got on or on the bus, he would hand a card to. Prospecting. Every Secretary's Day, he would buy, I ended up buying 500 carnations, but he'd buy hundreds of carnations and take them all through town and hand them out to secretaries all day long. And the point of that is that I merely copied what the really good people did. I take the best person, see what they were doing, and I talk like them, walk like them, act like them, say the same things they did, within my own basic, who I was and my own basic personality, and that worked for me. It was just modeling myself after someone that was more successful than me. Consequently, over a period of time, I started pushing him in terms of sales, and he ended up leaving. He didn't like the heat, I guess, or the pressure, and he went to another dealership and sold a lot more cars. But I sold like 350 new Plymouths. I think 310 was my biggest year there. 310 new Plymouths, which is a bunch of Plymouths. But I think we've gotten away from that a little bit in the car business. We sometimes when we hire salespeople, we put them with maybe a guy that has time on his hands. You can call him 5-car Fred, 6-car Sam, 7-car Sled, or whatever you want to. But that guy, I don't think we want our new salesperson emulating an average or below average car salesman. I think we want him emulating the best of the best. So how do we do it? Hopefully we have somebody in the dealership, but really that person doesn't have time to babysit or to train really a new salesperson. That person has to be given other avenues on how to become successful, and model him or herself after someone that's done it before and done it successful. I think is really important. We'll talk more about that maybe tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great day.